All right, all right. What is good, everybody? Welcome to the stream, man. It's a Saturday morning for me over here in Vegas, and thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's been an interesting morning so far for me. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and well, welcome. If this is your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Jay, and the YouTube channel is called Trippin with Jay. So we primarily focus on travel vlogs, live streams while I'm abroad, and more recently, I've been doing live streams to help you guys maximize your travel experiences when you travel and when you plan to travel, and how to become the best version of yourself when you travel. So this live stream is no exception. I'm going to show you guys step by step how to build a brotherhood while you are abroad and make friends as a traveler. So when I say brotherhood, I'm not speaking about just strictly making friends with other gentlemen, right? This is just in general for building a friendship circle that so you can actually have a big group of friends when you travel to different places. You can just hit them up like, hey, I'm coming your way. Hey, I'm in town. What's going on? Let's catch up with a drink. And I'm going to show you guys step by step, man. It's fairly easy, but we're going to show you how you guys can not only just make friends, but also keep and eventually develop those relationships into lifelong friends. Okay? Because we all know that life is about people. Let me make sure the chat is up now so you guys can chat in if you want to. We got a few folks in the building, man. If you guys got any questions like during the live stream, let me know. I would love to answer those questions. So let's first of all, why do we want to make friends when we go abroad, right? So what's the importance of friendships when you make friends with people abroad? So in my opinion, when you meet other, Western people that speak English or speak a different language, when you meet these people, especially people from the USA, from the States, and you meet them abroad, they're typically a lot more friendly than people that actually live in the U.S. It's a strange phenomenon. I can't explain it. But whenever I meet people, let me put the camera down a little bit. But when I meet people abroad that are from the States, they're just way nicer and they don't start talking about politics, which is why I love meeting Americans abroad. But otherwise, creating a brotherhood while you're abroad, it does wonders for your mental health. To some degree, it helps you stay accountable as well, and it allows you to grow as a person. So if you are like someone that's shy, someone that's like an introvert, sometimes, well, I'm an introvert as well. So if you guys didn't know, right, outside of this YouTube game, if you saw me out in public and you didn't know or didn't watch my channel at all, I'm pretty much like an introvert, man. I go in, take care of what I need to do, and I'm out. But when I'm in front of you guys or when I'm making a vlog, I kind of have to be an extrovert in order to be entertaining and or informational. But if you are that type of person where you are very introverted, traveling typically will bring out that extrovertedness in you, if that's even a word. It's going to bring that out in you, because if you travel solo, you still want to kind of enjoy your privacy, just chill and be in your own thoughts. But there's going to come times where you're like, yo, I need somebody to like hang out with, just walk and go to the beach and just eat with. And that's when you need to kind of exercise your extra your extrovertedness, if that is even a word, right? So you have to get out there and meet people. So for at least young men like myself, crazy I said young, right? So I'm 35, right? So I consider that still young in my opinion. But I think it's very important for gentlemen like myself and you to make friends abroad. And let's see, I have a list here. So if you guys see me looking over, I'm just making sure I'm keeping track of the stream, so I'm not sitting here lollygagging for you guys the whole time, right? So when you do travel solo, it does force you out of your comfort zone, and it's gonna literally force you to meet people, even if you don't even try to meet people. And I have a vlog that's going to be coming up on releasing on Monday, where I'm with my group of friends in Brazil, and we just meet another group of people that are sitting next to us. We were like, we didn't intend on meeting any new people while we're out there, but it kind of just happens a lot of the time, right? So I can even give you guys another example where I was doing a live stream in Merida in Mexico, and I was just chilling by myself, eating my little breakfast, drinking my coffee, and on my way out, I was doing a live stream at the same time too. So I was walking out and I got approached, and it was by two girls, right? Two girls from Canada. And they were like, hey, are you a YouTube streamer or a YouTube vlogger? And I was like, yeah, I was just live streaming right there. And after developing that relationship while I was still in Merida, we all actually went to the cenotes in Merida, and I had just met those people maybe like a day prior. So that wasn't planned at all. So you guys actually saw that vlog when we went to the cenotes, and I met those people the day or two before we actually went. And that's kind of the beauty about traveling worldwide, bro, is that you just meet people out of thin air, right? So you're just sitting there minding your own business, and then people just like, hey, what are you doing? Are you a YouTube streamer? I'm like, yeah, I'm a YouTube streamer. Not a big one, but I'm a YouTube streamer. But yeah, you kind of get it, right? When you travel, it kind of opens you up to meeting new people, and you definitely want to keep and develop those relationships and check in on those people. So for instance, maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, I'll go through my list of people that I've met abroad, and I'll just shoot them a quick text or a quick WhatsApp message. I'm like, hey, how you doing? How is life? How is everything? Like, are you still in this city, or have you moved to a different city if they're a digital nomad? And just keep track of people, because there are a lot of people that are digital nomads that don't have a social media presence. So they don't have an Instagram, they don't have a Facebook. And the only way you can reach out to these people is through WhatsApp or through text message. So you really have to keep tabs on these people, because it's going to pay dividends down the line when you revisit these certain places and they're still there living, and you can actually be an added you can actually have that as an added benefit in their own social circle. So this is how you do it. So you make friends with someone abroad, you develop that relationship, provide them value up front, right? So the way that you can provide value up front is saying, hey, if you I know you're down here permanently or what have you, did you want me to grab anything from the States and bring it down and give it to you, right? So that's providing value for someone that you barely know, but you kind of ask them like, hey, like how long have you been down living? How long have you been living here? What do you miss from the US? And you kind of take note of that. And you're like, oh, it's like a specific brand of chips or something, like some candy that they don't have in this country. And you're like, okay, cool. You go back home. And when you come back to revisit that place, you can be like, hey, Brian, Jason, whatever. I'm coming back down to Thailand or whatever, and I'm bringing some chips with me, bro, that you told me that you would love to have in this particular country, and you haven't had it in a while. And that's kind of like providing value up front for that friend. And what that in turn does, when that friend invites you out to an event with their group of people that they've made in that city, you can be a part of that social circle and grow your network a lot more. Because the more you grow your network, I promise you there is going to be some type of value down the line if you continue to develop and grow that friendship and that relationship. And that's the benefit for you to make friends when you go abroad, even if you travel solo. Easy, right? Easier said than done, though. So, where do you meet these people? So I'll go through what I have here on the list, and then I'll show you guys like a resource that I've used in the past where I've actually met a lot of my friends that I have now that I've kept on like WhatsApp and kept being friends with them and everything. So let's look. So the list here, it has hostels you can meet friends at. I'm not a huge fan of hostels. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Only when I go to Europe and when I was a lot younger. When I was a lot younger, I went to hostels. I stayed at a hostel in London. I stayed in a hostel in Paris. And I think I stayed in a hostel in Amsterdam where my cousin came with me, actually. And yeah, we met a few people. It was real cool or whatever. And I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be completely honest with you guys. Local bars and cafes. So if you are in a country that has a big cafe or a big coffee scene, it's probably going to be in your net benefit to actually visit these cafes on a daily basis, so you can kind of notice who is coming in every day at the same time, and you get to know the work people that work there as well. So you get to build that rapport, and you can look around. You can say like, oh my gosh, this guy is here every day. And I noticed this myself when I was in Playa del Carmen visiting. Like, I always go to Merida and Playa del Carmen when I travel to Mexico because they're like 4 hours apart by bus. So I would always notice this guy wearing some Beats headphones coming to the rest, it's like a breakfast spot called La Vagabond, I think it's called. And I'm like, he has got to be a digital nomad. I didn't like go over there and introduce myself or anything, but I noticed like this guy is here every day, sits in the same seat and everything. So when you start to visit places more often, you build rapport and you start to notice people that are not just tourists, the people that actually live there for sure. Like, they come in every single day, order the same thing, sit at the same seat. And you're like, yo, I should go introduce myself to this person since it looks like they live here. And you can start to provide value up front, figure out what they do for a living, and see how you can provide them value up front before you start, trying to extract any value from that person and their social circle. And that's how you infiltrate. I don't want to say penetrate, but infiltrate into a larger social circle, is that you have to be able to provide value first. And that's my recommendation to you guys. That's how you build and develop relationships with people. You have to provide some type of value first. And then the value from the other person comes on the back end once you start to develop and grow that relationship. This next part where you can actually start to meet people when you are traveling, and it's from group activities, right? So hiking tours, cooking classes, pub crawls is a big one. And I'm going to show you guys in 1 second where you can kind of find these pub crawls and which ones are pretty good. And I'll show you guys how to weed it out, right? So let's go ahead and take a look really quickly here. So I have Airbnb experiences up here, and this is the tool that I use to find pub crawls and other activities in a specific city. So let me look at Guadalajara, and I'll show you guys one of my favorite tequila tours. And let's see. And this is actually how I met a lot of people that you guys saw on the vlog from the tequila tour. And it was just here, right? I'll see if I can zoom into a lot more. And this is the tour that is featured on the tequila tour vlog, right? And what you do, you just go there, and when it says unlimited tasting of tequilas and liquors, they're not playing around. They're 100% honest about that. I've been on this tour twice.
Bruh.
I've been on this tour twice, and it's because it's so good. It's because you're on vacation, right? You want to, I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink often, but when I do go on this tour, man, that's when I kind of let loose. I can kind of like drink because I'm not driving and I'm Ubering everywhere, and they provide transportation. But this is one way to go into a tour, regardless if it's a tequila tour or like a pub crawl. Airbnb experiences is a really good resource. I'm sorry, like it's a really good resource to use if you guys want to find tours. So I'll look up another one in Playa del Carmen, because that's a big tourist spot as well. And on this tour, I met maybe like 2 or 3 different people. Oop, this is houses. My bad, guys. And what you can do on these tours, man, what the hell? You can go on a pub crawl like this. And yeah, the pub crawls in Playa del Carmen in certain cities, they're lit like this. 100% like this is true. And you'll meet not only people that are traveling there, this is actually the tour that I went on. This is the tour that I went on. That's pretty funny. And it was lit. And what you can do, guys, you're going to meet people that live there in Playa del Carmen and people that are visiting from different parts of the country and different countries. I remember meeting a guy that was a digital nomad in Uruguay. Shout out to him. And I didn't really like get his contact info or anything, but just hearing about how he did it and why he doesn't want to go back to the US, I'm like, yo, I agree with you, man. Like all the garbage in the US, politics and all this stuff, like people hate on other people. People hate the car that you drive. And I'm like, dude, it makes no sense when you're outside of the US, all of that political stuff, it just melts away because there's so much tension here in the US. And when you go outside of the US, it's like all of the BS and politics is put on mute, and people can actually have genuine conversations and genuine connections with people. And that's why I love traveling the world, is because we're not going to be sitting here and experiencing like this stress and this tension that we have on a daily basis here in the US. And when you travel, bruh, you're going to be like this. Like in this video right here, we're gonna be just chilling, man. Blacks, whites, Hispanics, it doesn't matter what you look like, man. We're just having a good time, and people need to get back to that in the US. Sadly, like we have to leave the US in order to experience that. But guys, networking is paramount, and developing those relationships is also important. So you have to be able to provide value up front to these people, so they have an incentive to hit you up about certain things. And when you go back out to these cities, you can hit them up and kind of explore their social circle as well. And that's going to pay dividends in the future. And I promise you that, guys. Okay, so let's see. Breaking the ice in foreign languages. This one is a little difficult, especially if you only speak one language, which is a wild concept because I think the US is probably one of the only countries where you only speak one language and you don't really need to learn anything else. But I highly suggest you learn a second language, Spanish at the very least, Spanish. But if you are in some places, you don't necessarily have to speak another language. You can bond over other things as well. So like sports, food, drinks, you can bond over this stuff and not even understand the language that you guys are speaking. So I've been in situations in Merida where I would go out with people and I'm like, okay, do you speak English? Because my Spanish is absolute garbage. And they're like, nah, I don't speak English. I'm like, well, you want to drink? Like, let's drink, let's hang out, let's drink a beer. And yeah, it really gets you to open up your mind about, okay, I can't speak Spanish. How do I bond with these people? I don't see any other Americans in the room. How about you offer value up front and you buy them a drink, offer to buy a drink, right? Or get a beer. Beer is cheap in Mexico, bro. Beer is like $3 in Mexico. So offer that value up front and you don't even have to speak their language. And the same thing happened to me in Guadalajara as well. I bought like a couple of people a beer at that they were sitting at a table, and they were like, yeah, come join our table, come dance with us, like just come and chill. And that's all because like I provided that value up front. They saw that I was an American. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, my fault, guys. I think my internet just died there for a second because OBS was trying to reconnect. Okay, what's going on with my internet, man? Yo. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Yeah, something's goofy is going on with my internet right now. But I'll if I notice it go all the way down, I will just re-upload this. But let's continue. Because I'm recording it, so it's fine. Let's go on to the next part. And I always recommend guys using go-to phrases, right? So you have to figure out like which country you're going to, which language they speak, and just figure out like just key phrases, right? In Spanish, you can learn tu quieres beber? That means, do you want to drink? In other languages too, let's learn simple phrases that you can kind of interact with people to a certain degree, right? No one goes to a country that they don't try to like research at least like a little bit, right? And learn some key phrases in different languages. Like cheers in different languages means you can just figure out what it means after that. And let's move on to the next part, man. Hopefully that my internet stays up. So my apologies if like the stream lags a little bit. Let's see. The next section here is turning strangers into lifelong friends. So sharing stories, exchanging like contact information, exchanging IGs, also like exchanging numbers on WhatsApp nowadays. Everyone uses WhatsApp. No one really uses like regular texting apps anymore. And that's cool with me because I love WhatsApp. And also when you meet people, like how I did in Merida, where I met two random girls at a cafe and we went to the cenotes the next day, you can plan like a spontaneous trip like that together as a group, because the more the merrier, especially if everyone speaks the same language. You could really, excuse me, you can really have a great time, man. You can turn like a normal solo trip into like one of the most lit trips ever. And if you happen to be a YouTuber, you can record that and you can put it on the internet and show people in real time you literally made a friendship out of thin air, right? And you had a lit trip. Otherwise, the trip would not have been as lit if you had not met those people. Okay, so when you meet these people, man, just keep in contact with them. Hit them up on IG. Just say hello. That's all you got to really do, man. Just keep tabs on these people and just make sure that you keep in contact with them as well. So, let's see. When you hold on for 1 second. Let's see. Ooh, this one's a good one. Okay. So overcoming certain obstacles, at least socially for people, is very difficult. So we have people that are very shy, people that are very standoffish, people that are very timid and an introvert. Like how I used to be, honestly, before like doing YouTube. Like I was super introverted and I didn't really want to meet people, right? And some of the ways that I kind of got over that is I used humor. Like I would just make jokes out of thin air. I'm like, oh, it looks like you got ripped off. There's half your beer missing. You want some more? And they ended up just drinking the half of the beer, like some stupid little joke or whatever out of thin air. And if they didn't speak my language, I would just use like apps like Google Translate to kind of like learn like a quick phrase. I would look at my phone. I'm like, all right, let me practice 1 or 2 times. Cool, let's go. And I can approach someone. If it's a girl, I would just, approach in a different way than I would approach making friends with a dude. So you can take that as you want and take it from there. And if you happen to be shy, be an introvert, just try your best to push past it and just, just go up to that person. Even if it's just to make a friend with the guy, just go up like, hey man, where are you from? It sounds like you're from the US. That's it. It's like, oh, it sounds like you're from the US, man. Where are you from? Easy. And you're like, hey, my name is Jay, man. What's yours? Oh, Brian? Okay, what's up, Brian? What city you from? You're like, Vegas. Bro, I'm from Vegas too, man. We got to link up. What's your IG? You got IG? Cool. And then you can exchange numbers after that point in time, after you guys sit down, have a drink or two. And it starts out of thin air, and it's so easy once you start to get used to meeting people like that. And I've actually had a lot of success with meeting people in a new area with using Facebook groups. So I would look up a city, right? I would type in the city that I'm going to travel to or that I'm already in, join that group, and I would post in that group saying, hey, I'm new to the city. I'm here for about a week or two. I would love it if you guys just shared some events that are going on in the city, and I look forward to meeting you all. Simple stuff like that will actually help you kind of break the ice with certain people, because they're going to post events for you to go to, right? And when you go to these events, you're going to meet these people that you kind of met virtually in person, and you're like, hey, let's go have a drink. I'm not a big drinker, but I would love to just have a drink with you and ask about where you're from, what do you do for work, how do you sustain yourself out here? And with that, those types of questions, you can actually figure out how to implement that for yourself so you can become a digital nomad. So ask questions, go to these Facebook groups, go to these events when you go to these cities. Even if you're a solo traveler, this is going to help you meet more people abroad. Okay? Let's see. I think that's it, man. This is a super short stream, but I wanted to kind of highlight the importance of building friendships and or brotherhoods abroad. It's super important for you guys to do, because life is about people and it's about growing relationships with people, because you cannot be a lone wolf and be successful at the same time. Being successful is going to be dependent upon your skill set, when it comes to networking with people and developing those relationships. So that is absolutely paramount that you uh, meet people and you develop those relationships, because people may be great at meeting people and horrible at developing those relationships. So when you come back to a specific city and you didn't develop that relationship and you hit that person up, you're like, hey man, I'm in the city. That person's gonna be like, who are you, bro? Like, I only met you one time at a random bar. I don't know who you are. And that's the importance of building relationships with people, checking up on them, figuring out what their favorite food is from the US that they can't get in a specific country, and say, hey bro, I got you some snacks, man, from the US. You can't get down here. These exclusive snacks, bro. And from there, that's your bro for life, man. That's how you really get people's attention and grow those relationships, man. So I hope you guys learned something from this, because a lot of people will go on a solo trip and not meet a single person. And I think that is a waste of a trip. I think you should go into a solo trip open to meeting new people and be willing to go above and beyond to make those connections with people, male or female, man. It doesn't really matter, because there are great people that travel outside the US. Those are the best people, in my opinion, are the people that leave the US and travel abroad. Those are the best Americans to meet. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it, man. I know this wasn't like a super like entertaining, super duper anything stream, but it's very informational, man. And I know it won't get a whole bunch of views, and that's totally okay. As long as I help one person with this information, bro, that's enough for me. I don't need all the hundreds of thousands of views on my videos like this. As long as it helps out one person, it's worth it to me. So that is going to be it. And I appreciate you guys tuning in to the live, and I appreciate you guys tuning into the replay as well. And be sure to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you do want to support the channel without any cost to you, you could use the Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. And you don't necessarily have to purchase the product. You can just click on the link. It'll go to your Amazon, and you can search for anything you want to buy on Amazon, and a portion of that purchase on Amazon actually goes to support the channel, and it's very appreciated. So I really do appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. My name is Jay. You've been tripping with Jay, and thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday on my next live. And I got a vlog. My last vlog from Brazil is coming up on Monday. So I'll see you guys then as well. So peace. And I hope you guys have a great